Hey everybody, we're here today to talk about the 2018 Indian Scout Bobber and all the regrettable mods that I've done over the past 2 years that I could live without. So let's get right to it. The first thing that I regret is probably one of the first things I actually modified. It's the exhaust. Number one, it's too loud, way too loud. When I ride through the parking garage to leave for the day, I can see children plugging their ears up like this as they walk past me. I mean, even for me, it's too loud. The 2 into 1 to out is just extremely loud. It's just not pleasant, and in long rides, it gets really like droning in your ears. So I actually have to wear earplugs, but it is just way too loud. Another thing with the exhaust, I'm starting to get some surface rust. Here in California, it's sunny most of the year. But I am starting to get a little bit of surface rust, and that's kind of annoying. I spent like $800 on that thing, so to have that thing start to rust out is a little bit annoying. I also had to drive to Arizona to get that exhaust. They wouldn't ship it to California because of all the emission laws, so that was a pain in the ass. It actually also didn't fit very well. They sent a part that was too long, and they had to cut the part where it merges into one. And that was really annoying. It took me about 3-4 days to figure it out. Lastly, with this exhaust, it really limits me from being able to maybe modify mid controls because of that little bend on the front header where it goes right around the stator cover or the engine cover. That little bend right there is where the mid controls would have fit, and that's super annoying. Another regrettable mod was the Carryin Mid Controls. I actually bought that when it first came out, and it took 6 months to get here. And then finally when it gets here, I install it in my buddy's house, and we get to the point where it's fully on, and the ergonomics are just horrible. I mean, trying to walk that thing, I was literally taking a half a step as I was trying to, get into position to ride off. It was just hitting my shins. It was horrible. I ended up just kind of scrapping it. I took the foot pegs that came from that kit, and I didn't return it. What a waste of money. Also, the ergonomics of the thing, like I said earlier, like when I'm sitting on it, it's like my legs and my knees were like bent outwards like this, like I was kind of like walking like a duck. So it just was not a good fit. So I just decided to stick with the forward controls. So that's probably the best fit for the bike, and I'm used to it now. Next was the TC Bros side plate mount relocation. Now, I had to get this because my vertical mount plate that I got from Cycle Gear for like $15, I got pulled over, got a ticket for that, as well as unsafe lane splitting speed. So they made me take that off. Going through the Bay Bridge, a police officer on a motorcycle pulled me over and gave me all these tickets. But anyways, so I had to replace it with the vertical plate. And I got that from TC Brothers. 2 things were wrong with this thing. There's no flexibility. This thing is steel, man. This thing was as solid as steel. There's no flex, there's no turn. And it stuck out about a few inches, maybe 6 inches from the side of the motorcycle. It was heavy. It was, again, made out of steel. I've actually hit a car and just took off. I mean, I didn't know I hit a car, but it could have easily kind of skipped my rear tire over it and messed up my direction of speed. So I took that thing off, and literally I currently just have a Velcro laid onto the back of battery cover in the back, and I kind of just place it there for now. So it's a temporary fix. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll just keep it as is. The last thing I wanted to talk about was a lot of people are doing these days, and it's going fenderless in the rear. Now it's a dramatic look. It's a lot of work. You've got to rewire your license plate light, relocate your license plate, your turn signal, braking light system, all that, like a frame cover. You have to get a new seat. It's a lot of work. Aside from the workload from there, when it rains, you're kind of screwed. What happens is, without the rear fender, as you may already know, you're going to get this rooster tail of water coming up if it does rain. I've actually been caught in the rain, and the water coming up just literally drenched my back down to my seat, and I was sitting in a puddle of water. My seat is actually a custom Corbin, which has diamond stitching in it. It actually soaked my seat completely. I took it off, went home, I pumped it. I felt like I was doing CPR in my seat, left it by the fireplace so it could dry out for like days, just because of the seams on that thing. So that's one of the major things that I kind of think about when I'm worried, when I go out riding, if it's going to rain. But again, I'm here in California, so I'm not too worried. But again, that's something you might want to consider or reconsider if you're in a state that has a lot of rain. It's something you want to think about. But other than that, I love all the mods I've done, to be honest with you. It's a beautiful bike. It's such a fun ride. I get a lot of waves in the street and a lot of props on the internet. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully your modification journey is going strong, and good luck to you.